Welcome to the R2Cross video tutorial. This tutorial is provided by Katina Analytics to get you started using ERAMs and the R2Cross program. The guide provides instructions for commonly performed tasks and uses of the tool. The R2Cross program was created to assist the Colorado Water Conservation Board in determining in-stream flow recommendations for maintaining minimum flows between specific points on a stream to preserve or improve the natural environment. Standardized field and office procedures help to ensure that in-stream flow recommendations reflect the amount of water required to preserve the aquatic habitat in riverine environments. The R2Cross method is one of the standard techniques employed by state and federal agencies to model in-stream hydraulic parameters and develop in-stream flow recommendations in Colorado. R2Cross is hosted using the novel ERAMs technology, an open platform supporting development of geospatially enabled web applications for sustainable management of land, water, and energy resources. ERAMs provides a user-friendly open access interface for CWCB and stakeholders to use the R2Cross method and generate in-stream flow recommendations in the state of Colorado. The R2Cross method is based on a hydraulic model and uses field data collected in stream rifles. Rifles are most easily visualized as the stream habitat types that would dry up first should stream flow cease. The required field data include stream flow measurements, surveys of channel geometry at a transect, the longitudinal slope of the water surface, and pebble counts to determine the grain size distribution. Templates are available for download within the web tool. The field data is then used to model three hydraulic parameters: average depth, average velocity, and percent wetted perimeter. Recommendations are then based on meeting a combination of these hydraulic habitat criteria. The ERAMs platform enables the following R2Cross program functions: standard templates to import field data for the R2Cross model, discharge measurements, and pebble counts, dynamically generated figures and graphs illustrating cross-section information, R2Cross calculations, and habitat criteria selection, a tool for calculating stream discharge using standard cross-section and velocity data, a tool to calculate standard metrics for grain size analysis using pebble count data, and sophisticated mapping capabilities to display data collection sites, NHD streamlines, stream flow gauges, water right structures, and other relevant coverages. The R2Cross program includes four main components: the primary R2Cross tool that can be used to determine in-stream flows based on field measurements input by the user, a standalone discharge calculator that can be used to determine the discharge at a cross-section other than the one used in R2Cross, a standalone particle size calculator that can be used to determine statistical distributions of sediment sizes based on size classifications, and data layers and mapping tools to locate the cross-section and display information related to hydrography, stream gauges, water right structure, and other coverages. The R2Cross program can be accessed by visiting r2cross.erams.com, and by completing 4 simple steps, users can begin analyzing data for in-stream flow recommendation. From the home page, you will find introductory materials and background information under the Getting Started section. The left dashboard provides access to the 4 primary components of the program, along with simple quick start instructions. R2Cross, discharge, and particle size calculators all require user data to be uploaded using the provided template. Example data is also available for download. Once your data is ready, simply click the corresponding icon and upload your file. For detailed instructions, as well as field and technical guidance, simply download the R2Cross manual from the Getting Started section. The primary R2Cross tool can be used to determine in-stream flows based on field measurements input by the user. With the R2Cross program interface open, click the fish icon on the left dashboard. First, you will be required to upload R2Cross data using the standard Excel file. Next, you will run the model using a specified equation to account for channel roughness, and finally, you will be able to download a report of the results in either a PDF or Excel format. With the R2Cross interface open, Upload the data file by clicking on the blue Upload icon. Select the appropriately formatted R2Cross data file. The upload will not work if the data is not correctly formatted. This will be indicated by an error message displayed at the top of the screen. Once your data has been uploaded, the cross-section will be processed and displayed on the right panel. A new tab will be created at the top of the tool labeled Cross-Section, which includes a table of survey data, a graphical representation of the cross-section, and descriptive information about the stream name, location, and other metadata. The graph of the uploaded cross-section is interactive and available for download. Hovering over points on the graph will display their XY coordinates and feature type. The hamburger icon in the top right corner of the graph provides options to download the graph as either an image or a spreadsheet. Once you have reviewed the cross-section tab, click the Next button to move on to the second step. Two methods can be used for calculating channel roughness. The default method is based on the variable power resistance equation developed by Ferguson, which considers depth-adjusted roughness in the channel. In order to use the Ferguson equation, the user is required to upload a D84 sediment size based on the field conditions. If the D84 sediment size is not collected in the field, the user can select Manning's equation to run the model. Each of these equations are discussed in more detail in the technical section of the R2Cross manual, which is available for download in the Getting Started section. Once the model inputs are specified, the model can be run by clicking the Run icon. Once completed, several results tabs will be generated. The Staging Table tab includes a table of hydraulic variables for incremental stream stages. The hydraulic variables are calculated based on channel geometry and the roughness equation selected previously for each stage between zero flow and bankfall. In addition to the staging table, a dynamic figure is also included in this tab. The figure allows the user to plot various rating curves by changing the variable represented on the y-axis. The y-axis options include any of the columns shown in the staging table. The R2Cross Summary tab compares measured and model calculated values. Measured variables refer to those measured in the field, while calculated variables are based on the channel characteristics at the calculated waterline. The differences in the measured and calculated flows, waterlines, and depths is provided as a check of the model run. For model specifications, please consult the R2Cross manual. If Manning's equation is selected, this tab will also include the limited discharges of the Manning's equation. These indicate the lower and upper thresholds for using the Manning equation. The Supplementary Results tab contains two tables that display measured data collected in the field and accompanying hydraulic variables calculated using the field survey data. Summaries of the hydraulic variables are shown at the bottom of the table. The Habitat Criteria and Results tab contains a summary table of the 3 biological flow criteria. 3 dynamic graphs show the relationship between these criteria and discharge. Detailed information about the habitat criteria can be found in the R2Cross manual. The table displayed in this tab allows the user to sort the results according to the discharge. Click the Habitat Criteria Results hyperlink to display the criteria. If the top width is greater than 61 feet, the user will need to choose a wetted perimeter by selecting an inflection point from the interactive graph. Typically, selecting a percentage greater than 70% will provide suitable results. The R2Cross program graphically summarizes user-supplied data to assist CWCB and decision makers determine in-stream flow recommendations. The program itself does not provide the recommendations. Rather, it summarizes the model outputs and provides the discharge for the cross-section that meets each habitat criteria. In other words, it doesn't tell users which discharge should be used. The final step allows users to download information contained in all the results tab into a PDF report or an Excel file. After running the model, click the Next button to move on to step 3 and access the results of your analysis. The Discharge Calculator allows you to calculate the discharge at a cross-section that is different than the cross-section surveyed for the R2Cross tool. The results from the Discharge Calculator can be used as a substitute discharge in the R2Cross tool. See our Advanced Options section for more details. The Discharge Calculator can also be used completely independent of the R2Cross tool. To begin using the Discharge Calculator, click the water icon on the left dashboard. With the interface open, select the Upload icon and locate your appropriately formatted discharge data file. If needed, a template is available for download. Once your data has been uploaded, the cross-section will be processed and two tables will be displayed. One table contains the field measured data, and a second table displays the calculated hydraulic variables. The total calculated discharge, Q, is displayed in the yellow box in the top left corner. Click the Next button to download the results of the Discharge Calculator. The particle size calculator can be used to calculate sediment size distributions using pebble count information collected in the field. The D84 results from the particle size calculator can be used as input data for the Ferguson roughness equation when running the R2Cross tool. To begin using the particle size calculator, click the corresponding icon from the left dashboard. Next, upload your properly formatted table. A template is available. Once the data has been uploaded, the cross-section will be processed and displayed on the right panel. Results from particle size calculations include a cumulative yield curve and sediment size histogram, as well as a summary table by particle size. Summary metrics of the sediment distribution are located along the top of the page, including percent finer sizes, D50, D84, geometric mean, standard deviation, and gradient coefficient. The particle size calculator allows you to use the calculated D84 for future use in the R2Cross workflow. Click Next to download results of the particle size calculator. The R2Cross program is a geospatially enabled web application with sophisticated mapping capabilities. The mapping interface has two modes. Initially, it shows a map of the primary rivers in Colorado. However, when R2Cross data is uploaded, the display changes to show information about the cross-section data. You can toggle between mapping view and model view by selecting the arrow at the top of the screen. After R2Cross data is uploaded, the location of the data is displayed on the map using the pin icon. Base layers can be modified in the R2Cross interface by clicking the map icon on the right dashboard and selecting Back or Next to toggle through the different options. Options include OpenStreetMap, USGS Imagery, USGS Imagery Topo, USGS Hydro NHD, USGS Shaded Relief, and none. Additional mapping features are available using the Data Layers tool, which we will cover in a subsequent section. The Data Layers feature allows the user to add additional geospatial information to the map. To access this additional geospatial information, click the Layers icon from the left dashboard. This will open the map and provide a list of data sources. Some options may not be available at high spatial scales and may be grayed out. If this is the case, to enable these layers, zoom in closer on the map. Multiple data summaries can be displayed simultaneously. Checking the Flow Lines option will display NHD plus flow line data for the current map extent. A legend for this map will be included on the left side of the interface, and the arrow icon can be used to collapse the legend. The Stream Gauge option displays stream discharge monitoring locations from USGS's National Water Information System and the Colorado Division of Water Resources. Checking this data layer will show all of the stream, river, and ditch monitoring locations for the current map extent. Clicking any of the monitoring locations will display a summary of the available streamflow data. A graph of streamflow data is also displayed, and the user can zoom in by selecting a box. This includes a time series chart of data and a link to their web page for additional database information. Water rights data from the Colorado Decision Support System's HydroBase database is available for summary in the R2Cross analysis tool. Checking this data layer will show all of the diversion structures in the current extent on the map. If you click on any of the diversions, a summary of the water rights for that location will be displayed. This includes information on adjudication and appropriation dates of the water rights associated with these structures, as well as their decreed uses, absolute and conditional volumes. The Colorado Water Conservation Board maintains a set of the in-stream flow reaches in Colorado. Selecting this data layer will display them on the map. Once a channel roughness method has been selected, the user has the ability to change the discharge calculation method. As a default, the model will calculate the discharge based on the data provided in the R2Cross data. While this is the typical way to run the R2Cross model, the user can choose a different discharge either by uploading a discharge data file or by manually entering a discharge value under the advanced options. A blank discharge data template with basic instructions is available to download when the Upload a Discharge Data File option has been selected. Thank you for using the R2Cross video tutorial. More detailed information about the program, including model parameters, equations, and technical information, can be accessed from the R2Cross manual available in the Getting Started section. For technical assistance, contact an eRAMS expert using the information provided below. Learn more about our research efforts, available software, and additional resources by visiting onewatersolutions.com.